Oh, no, okay, keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
so I also to show you, explain for you the name of the prison. So you know that the name of the prison, we have a lot of names. The first name, we call it the Maison Central. That means the house in the central. The second name, Vietnamese people very familiar. We call it the Hoa Lo Prison. So why we call it the Hoa Lo Prison? Because in the past, here's a village, they made with the pottery and the ceramic. But in the 1896, when the French came here, they also to remove the village outside, destroy the village, and after that they build the prison. So the Hoa Lo mean the fiery furnace. They furnish the pot, the teapot for the cooking. And the third name, a lot of the tourists nowadays they know that's the Hanoi Hilton. Have you heard about the Hanoi
Yeah,
Hilton?
Hanoi Hilton?
Before?
Yeah.
Yes. So why we call it the Hanoi Hilton? Later I show you in the second period. You know that the prison they built by the French people and divide the two periods. The first that the French people built you to confine with the Vietnamese political prisoner, and the second period from the 1964. Vietnamese people reduced to confine with the POW, the prisoner of war, American pilot, inside the prison here. And I want to show you with the map of the prison. You cannot see. In the passage area, here is a very big, more than 12,000 square meter. But after the war, most the Vietnamese people, they go to cut and destroy the prison. Because when we talk about the prison, a lot of Vietnamese people die inside. And you can imagine that 40 prisoners died just only 1 month. So 90 years, long time like that. From 1896 until 1954, a lot of Vietnamese people died inside. So my government, we want to preserve a little bit. We preserve the number 2, 6, 7, and 8. And from the 4 until with the 15, we destroy. We build for the Hanoi Tower for the convention and the wedding. Later you can see outside. And the big area here, we divide many sections. 5 for the female prisoner. Number 6 for male prisoner. We even have the soul of the woman have the baby or the pregnant. And for the children from the 7 years old until with the 15 years old too.
And they live here too?
Yeah. And you can see that big area, just only one, the public bathroom. That means they don't care with men and women. Also have a take a shower outside. And for example, during the hot day, like the summer, 2 days, they have the one bowl of water. Wash the hair, wash the clothes, and take a shower. So a lot of Vietnamese people, they die by disease.
Wow.
Die by disease here. And you're gonna see with some the ceramic artifact with the prison, like the village they made in the past after they before they built the prison. And here, the first name of the prison they call the prison civil. And do you know what it is?
Guillotine.
Guillotine. Later you're gonna see the real guillotine inside.
Wow.
They cutting the head of Vietnamese people in the front of the prison, hang on the head in the wooden here to scare with the people.
Wow.
Yeah. And I want to show you with the prisoners' clothes. Here's a uniform of the prison. MC stands for the name of this prison, Maison Central. And actually, even with the cold weather or the hot weather, the people die or the people live, they just wearing only one, the clothes here in the 4 seasons in Hanoi. And you know that, for example, like this one, with the cold weather, it's very thin, so they're very, very cold. But during the hot weather, shortage of the water. So normally Vietnamese people, they know for the water to drink. They wear more shirt inside. After they work hard, soak up with the whole the sweat. They squeeze the sweat, replace for the water to drink.
Wow.
Yeah. And how about the food? What they eating? And you see here, we have a large rice basin to contain the food for prisoner eating. But in Vietnam here, we consider if you contain the food by wooden, just for animal, like the pig, the dog, the chicken, like that. And do you know what they eat? They eat inside here with the buffalo chewy, rotten vegetable, and the broken rice. They pour a little bit of water and they eat by the hand. So why the Vietnamese people in here, they cannot use the chopstick and the spoon to eating? Why? Do you know why?
Turn them into weapons.
Like the weapon to attack. So they have to eating by the hand. But they're very smart. They can to make the spoon from the coconut shell. Yeah. After the French people drink the coconut water, they chew it. Vietnamese people pick it up, and after that we dry in the sun to make the coconut like the bowl and the spoon. And now you ready to go in the real cell? I show you for the female prisoner.
Okay.
Yeah. We go this way.
nhận xích đô thì bạn phải
Inside here is quite dark a little bit. So you can see in this cell here, we also have the cell of the woman, like the woman leader. Those are two.
So was she a prisoner here?
The prisoner is the lady.
All right.
Lady.
Why was she a prisoner?
You know that's why we have a lot of the female prisoner in here, because in Vietnam we said that when enemy coming, the woman fight it. So that's why we even have the.
But what
the
did she
woman.
what did she do to be in prison?
Because she is a leader.
Oh, leader.
Leader, had the Vietnamese people remove the
Oh.
French. Yeah, you can see that here. He was one of the 5 famous generals in the world. Had the Vietnamese people remove the French and American outside. She was his wife. She was the teacher, doctor, leader, helping a lot of people in here no disease and escape outside. But after that, she died. She died by disease. That's mean in here they capture about the 5 to 6 the woman leader in the
And
small.
when was this about? What years?
I remember about the 1930s, something like that.
1930s,
Yeah.
okay. And was this her prison cell?
For the prison cell.
This
In the
was
past,
her?
yeah,
This-
exactly.
this room itself?
They closed the door,
Okay.
yes, and no for the light. They painted with the 2 different color,
Okay.
light and the white color.
Okay.
And when you, so that's why in the night time, about I think that in the afternoon when you go inside, you feel that very very stuffy. Yeah.
Mm.
And I show you with the list. You remember that for this cell here, just for the woman leader.
Mhm.
Here also the same for the woman leader. Yeah, and now I show you with the error for the female prisoner. They have the baby for
Okay.
the pregnant. You know that for the female prisoner, for the era for the female prisoner, they have a total with the 270 square meter and consist of the four cell. And this cell here we have the woman have the baby. Women have the baby, that means they have the 2 people, but the food portion just only 1. And for example, during the time for the hot weather, they priority for the elderly and the children lie down near the door, easier to get air, and the window, summer closed, and during the winter they open it for the wind inside like that. So a lot of the people they die by the cold weather, by the condition here. And you see over there is the toilet, the public toilet.
Wow.
Yeah, that's mean. Yeah, the public toilet here. That mean if they complain any about the prison, the God here they first don't know poor outside. So normally it's full. And it's the poor around in this room here. Yeah, poor around in this room. A lot of people they die by disease. And for the first period, the baby can birth in the prison, baby in the prison. But after that, when the French soldier they hear with the cry baby, so normally they remember in the family, and the French people at that time they kill a lot of the baby inside the belly of the people. Matter to culture. But here is not for the two or the 3 cell. I show you not for the scary cell. The scary cell I show you in the next one for the death cell with the whole the method to torture with the Vietnamese people at that
Yeah.
time. So you can see in the front of you here is a guillotine. This one is the biggest one in Vietnam. They all the way delivery from north to the south of Vietnam to cutting the head of Vietnamese people. Start from the 1896 until with the 1954. They even cutting more than 400 the head of Vietnamese people. And after they cutting the body like that, if the prisoner, they consider that very dangerous. After they cutting the body, they place the head in the head in the what we call in the basket. They hang on in the local market to scale with the people. Another people they bring in the basket here and they bring in the countryside to make the funeral. After the war, when we asked about this method, the French people they said that it's more humanity than in the method they use in the Middle Age, use the horse to tearing the body of the people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so now you can see that in the over there before the prisoner they go by the cutting by the guillotine. They have to let me see. They have to stay inside the death cell at least about the 10 months. You see over there is the area for the death cell. They stay inside at least 10 months, and some people very dangerous about the 1 or the 2 years. And you know that the door just open 2 times in the day for them to bring the food inside, but the food also very terrible. And you see that in the death cell they use with the shackle, and the shackle here they use is a mental shackle, like the iron shackle. Because now right now when you visit this area, the prison here they close for the repair in the area of the female for the male prisoner. So that's why you cannot see that the male prisoner at that time they use with the shackle by the mantle in the top and the wooden. But in here they have a use. It's a type of the mantle shackle for hold to make sure that they cannot to escape outside. So now you can to keep moving this way,
Yeah, let me
and
take a
you
look at
can
the
see
shackles
more.
very close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the shackle here. And now you keep moving this way. You can see the death cell because it's quite small. So I'm standing here and I'm waiting you. You just keep moving this way. Yeah.
Nem tudom bezárni sajnos.
Gyerek ki. Gyerek.
Bácsi, megadjuk a díjat.
first period here.
Vâng.
And now you ready to go in the second period. I show you in the Hanoi Hilton. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then Mama carry you.
Let me see. Okay, so now we're so standing in the second period. We call it the Hanoi Hilton. Start from the 1964 until with the 1972. And actually, you know, in the past, when after the war with the French, American continued the war in Vietnam. And you know, at that time, my government, we have very new method. It's a very different when we fighting with the French people at that time. Let me see, when the US came here, they very proud with the B-52. They said that B-52 can drop the bomb in the big target like the army, the government building. But no, normally they always drop the bomb in the three places. The first is a temple and pagoda. Second is hospital and the school. And the last one like the street for the people living and hiding. And beside the bomb, as I mentioned, they even just spray a lot of chemical, Asian orange, Asian white, but normally most is the Asian orange. So that's why until now in Vietnam we have the 3 to 4 million people was born like disability people. And at that time the leader of Vietnam is Ho Chi Minh. He very new method. He said that when we shoot down with the American flight, we cannot kill American pilot. A lot of Vietnamese people, we didn't agree. We said that why we cannot kill? They bring the bomb, they destroy the village, destroy the family, why we cannot kill? And my government, we explain like that. Vietnam is a small country, US is big country. Right at that time, or at least in the future, we need for the connection, the two countries after the war. We need for the peaceful. So that's why when we shoot down with American flight, we didn't kill them. We saved them, and after that we capture in the prison. And in the prison here, they can do everything like the local people, regular. They can eat everything, maybe more than like the Vietnamese people at that time. You know that at that time we support for the one leader in the government is a 0.6 Vietnam đồng, but we support for the American pilot is a 1.6 đồng. It's a higher. Did you know on average of Vietnamese people we consume about 100 kilogram rice in a year? One person in 1 year. I'm so eating like that, but I don't know why I cannot tone like the American people like that. So they eat a lot, and we capture them in this area. So that's why we just treat them very well like that. We don't want to use the torture. We just want to change the point of view about the world. So that's why after that they call this place here as a Hanoi Hilton, follow with the famous hotel chain in the US, Hilton Hotel. Hilton Hotel. And now when the tourists came in Vietnam, a lot of people they ask me, what's the relationship of Vietnam and the US? What is the opinion now? How Vietnamese people they think about the American people? But it's just a story in the past. The young people like me now we welcome all the tourists to travel in Vietnam. We learn the history, but learning just have the next generation like me know more about the history, know for the fighting war, and we welcome all the tourists to travel in Vietnam. For example, like the tour today, when you're standing here with me, I'm very appreciate. Yeah, it's also the way to have my country can to develop, can have my country is developed, and you know that from the past up to now, we have a very good relationship of the Vietnam and the US. For example, you know, the first I want to mention about the Joe McCain. If we know Joe McCain, maybe now Vietnam we cannot develop, like same like the Cuba, something like that, because you know. 1967, Vietnamese people shoot down with his flight, and 1973 he came back in the U.S. with another American pilot, and he had a high position in the U.S. government. We're very lucky when we had the two friends, John Kerry and Joe McCain. Two parties in the U.S. at that time support for Vietnamese people a lot. And 1995, the former president in U.S. Clinton. He said that normalization, the relationship of the two countries after the war, and you know that during the COVID-19, your country also support Vietnam a lot. And now when the president in the U.S. like the Donald Trump become the president, when the president in U.S. is Donald Trump, he said that for the first he said 42% the taxes in Vietnam. But after that, it's a renegotiate 20%. It's better for my country. And now you can read more information here. And if you have any question, to tell me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You see here we have the type, the bomb individual settle. 1972 in Vietnam, just only 1 year. We had the more than 400,000 the bomb individual
What is
settle.
this one?
This one,
What is that?
the bomb individual settle. We call it the settle, right?
Oh, the shadow?
Settle for the people get down to,
Oh,
to avoid-
shelter.
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 Yeah,
Oh,
shelter.
it's a bomb
yes.
shelter. I see.
Bomb shelter. Yes. So we have a lot like that. And after the speaker, they said that bomb coming, they get down. And after that, they move outside. They plan the right support for the people in the south. And we call it the adapting in this area here. Yeah. Long time ago in the train, it's outside in the street here. Yeah, but now no. Train just in the train street. And I also to show you with the activities of American pilot at that
Okay.
time. Yes. You're gonna see it's a Joe McKay carry when he came back in Vietnam. Yeah. So you're gonna see here the American pilot, they can take freedom with the religion. The decoration with the Christmas tree, and they eating with the Christmas meal for the one soup, one bread and one beer, something like that. They can do like the healthcare, over there. We save them for the healthcare, play the badminton, play the volleyball right here. Yeah, we just with them is very well. Yeah, so after the war, we're very easy to connection the two countries after the war. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna see more about the activities of American pilot here. Yeah.
Dưới bom đạn tàn khốc của chiến hậu Tây Nguyên
So I hope that you can know more about the history in Vietnam in this place. And you remember that in Vietnam, all the Vietnamese people, we're very friendly and we welcome all the tourists to travel in Vietnam. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we can move outside.
Okay.
Can you see that yet? This one.
You have any question for me in this
No,
place?
no.
Yes. Okay. A lot of the tourists, they scare when they go in the prison. But actually now the prison, no for the prisoner inside. Yeah.
Well, actually, in San Francisco, there's Alcatraz prison, which is the most popular thing to see in San
really?
Francisco.
Oh, yes. In the...
It's an island, yeah,
island,
exactly.
yes.
That's the most popular
And
thing
they
to see.
escaped outside before?
No one's escaped. There's people escape, but they don't think they lived.
Yeah.
So where to now?
And bye.
Oh, we're done? Okay.
Yes.
Say goodbye then.
We're done. And we say
Bye-bye.
goodbye. Bye-bye.